Manual flex 66 SRS runway auto thrust blue.
Checked. Thrust set.
Checked.
E1 rotate. Hello, my name is Linas.
My name is Milan,
We are both BA training cadets.
and we are currently doing our type rating here in this A320 simulator. Type rating is very important if you would like to fly the airline. It was a huge difference between flying the Cessnas, a small aircraft, piston aircraft, and flying the Airbus on the simulator. It's way bigger aircraft, way more powerful engines, different mode of operation, multi-crew environment, and you need a proper training to do this.
There are two stages. So initially you go through theoretical part, which gives you basic understanding, and you go a bit more deeply into the aircraft systems, how they operate. Once you understand that, once you pass exams, then you move on to practical sessions, which are in full flight simulator, which we're now. And then you try to put all that theoretical knowledge into the practice. We get the scenarios for upcoming sessions way before, so we can look into them on our day offs and a couple of days before the sessions. I think Milan is doing the same. We are reading before the sessions, we're reading the information regarding these failures, and then we try to put into the practice during the simulator session.
It's a very powerful tool to imagine yourself what's going to happen, what if I have a failure, what button I push. The MCC course is a good preparation for the simulator because you already know the basic of the multi-crew cooperation. You sit in a simulator, you know how to communicate with your partner, you know how to deal with checklists, how to conduct the briefings, how to operate the MCDU. You have a basic set of skills and knowledge. You will not waste your time in the simulator, so it's a good preparation to start really flying when you have the simulator sessions. Today was a very interesting session. We practiced circle to land procedure, which is quite rare procedure, I would say, in the real life, because it involves manual flying, visual conditions. It was our first time to practice this, since it's a quite advanced maneuver, I would say. And it was very interesting to see that at this time, all our knowledge come together, because it involves instrumental flying skills, visual flying skills, and also manual flying skills. And we needed to get the whole training to get to this point. So I'm proud that we were able to land all the times.
I would say that the biggest competence we need at the moment is teamwork. We managed to do quite a good teamwork today. It requires intense pilot monitoring actions, just to guide pilot flying along the way, give him a guidance, at the same time prepare our computers for the approach. In case of missed approach, we need to insert new data again, so it also workloads me as a pilot monitoring, but as well him as a pilot flying. So we need a good teamwork and cooperation to help each other out. So I would say this is the biggest competence we need.
It's a complicated maneuver, but if we need to do a go-around, it's an even more complicated one, because you need a lot of changes in the FMGS and a lot of pilot monitoring. So we had a couple of times when, for example, we had traffic on the runway, we need to do go-around, or we didn't get the clearance to land, so we need to do another go-around. And this is a maneuver which is performed as soon as possible, close to the ground. It requires you a lot of attention, a lot of workload management. We managed to do it safely. Here we are.
Instructor was intentionally pushing us a bit to the limit by giving us some small faults along the route. So initially it was one radial altimeter failure, which eventually came up to dual altimeter failure, which gave us a higher workload, and this just gives us more pressure, and we try to solve it as best as we can.
All of our instructors are coming with a tremendous amount of experience. So they have lots of hours. They can tell about their life all day long if needed. They can compare how are you applying these procedures in the real life. They are trying to give us a little piece of their experience every day.
And coming here into simulators, we are already on this airline-based training. This is another challenge, and every single stage brings something new to you. Spoilers, reverse green, knots,